This is the only guide you will need to farm the new HyperLiquid airdrop. Guys, HyperLiquid is one of the oldest and most powerful perpetual exchanges, decentralized perpetual exchanges in all of crypto. They went from a perpetual exchange into a chain. They're doing insane volumes. Their chain, HyperEVM, that's how it's called, is growing a lot. Their token is really solid and funded by a huge amount of buybacks. And right now, I think is the best time to farm it because all of the eyes are away from it. Its volume is high. They make a lot of money, but it's not really at a place where it's unfarmable. And today I'm going to show you exactly my strategy on what I'm doing and how you can farm it and get guaranteed huge returns. Like, I'm quite sure that I will be printing at least $10,000 out of it with a lot of capital. I got like a very specific strategy I'm following, but let me show you what I will be doing in the next about 3 months. And if you're interested in it, you can give it a try yourself. No financial advice, just showing you and documenting what I will be doing and what I'm doing. So let's begin with the basics. In terms of trading, I use the delta neutral strategy. What is delta neutral? I can't explain right now, it will take me 10 minutes. But after this video, if you don't know what delta neutral is, I will have a link for that video in the description to go and learn my exact strategy on farming perpetual exchanges. Okay, pretty simple. Now, I'm not farming HyperLiquid directly. This means that I'm not clicking on this HyperLiquid application. I already have created an account. And if you're interested in farming it, you absolutely got to get into it and make an account. I will have the link for HyperLiquid down below in the description. But what I'm doing is I'm farming a platform that is called Based. I again have the link for it down below in the description. And Based is essentially a wrapper, an interface on top of HyperLiquid. So any trade you do on Based goes into the HyperLiquid ecosystem. It's like an API. All right, and you can trade spot and perps on Based application. The only cost is a little bit more of a fee, but Based is doing an airdrop. And HyperLiquid, they will also be doing an airdrop. But why do I have to restrict myself into one single airdrop instead of getting also another one, which is from Based? And let me show you why I think this is one very powerful route. At the middle and end of the video, I will also show you a different route which doesn't have to do with perpetuals. And I'm doing both targets. I'm doing the perpetual route with Based and HyperLiquid, and I do also the EVM route, like an actual chain user. So Based is an interface on top of HyperLiquid, and it's backed by Athena Labs. And it's launching its season 2 campaign. They don't have a token yet. They're going to tokenize after it. They're preparing for tokenization. And every single day, they're rewarding users with XP. Every 3 days marks the end of an epoch, and they give 10 million XP per epoch across users. So the distribution is very fair, and participating in every epoch is what you want to do. Some epochs will have loads of trading volume, some will have less. So what you do is trade perpetuals and spot tickers via Based, or maybe their mobile application if you're interested in that. You get 1.5x XP boost on spot pairs, 2x XP on PUP and upheaval tokens. And also, if you're a PUP holder, you're getting XP. Also, they have some season 2 blind boxes, which I don't know what they are, but this campaign begins essentially today. So you still got time to get started. And yeah, what I will be doing is I will be trading mostly perpetuals because that's what I'm interested in, using delta neutral strategy inside the Based terminal. Okay, so that's the main idea. And Based does a lot of volume. It's a very, very big interface. It's literally biggest than most perpetual trading platforms. Based is making about 300 million perpetual volume every single day on top of HyperLiquid. So it's making about 10% of the total HyperLiquid volume, which is very, very big. And they've been making a lot of money. We're talking about $500,000 a day in many cases. And also right now it's entering a stage where it's not overfarmed like it was in the past. It's entering a very good growth stage, sustainable phase. Here we can see the exact revenue. They're making about $100,000 every single day. And you can expect all of these funds to be used for liquidity or potentially buybacks and burns of their token. They already have accumulated about $78 million and they build a huge ecosystem. Now, this is the importance of Based. They've got a launchpad. So tokens on HyperEVM can use Based to launch their token. And on the backside of it, it's the upheaval liquidity platform that creates the liquidity and all of that. So a lot of tokens will be launched through Based in the next few weeks, about 7 to 8, and Based XP holders, so XP is like the trading XP, you can see it on the leaderboard, people with a lot of XP will be getting airdrops from the projects that launch with this launchpad. We don't know their value, we don't know what's going to be happening, but it's very, very powerful. And you want to be ranking up your XP points while you participate on the HyperLiquid airdrop. Like, this is a pretty straightforward opportunity. You get loads of XP, you get a lot of small airdrops from HyperEVM applications, which is very important because you get to participate in the HyperEVM, which is the chain of HyperLiquid, which is what I'm going to be talking about now. You also get Based points and a Based airdrop, which will have a very good valuation. And you also get the HyperLiquid airdrop. Like, it's a no-brainer. Like, it doesn't make sense not to farm it. It makes zero sense. You must farm it. So let's talk about HyperLiquid EVM. HyperLiquid, the perpetuals and the spot live on Hypercore. There's also a separate chain which is very much connected, which is called HyperEVM. This is the layer 1 of HyperLiquid. It's a fully DeFi platform and they've got a lot of good TVL, 2.4 billion at current prices. And there are a lot of applications in here that you can farm and get very decent airdrops, but just being a user of this and having some TVL in it and using these platforms, you essentially become a user of HyperEVM. So when HyperLiquid does the next airdrop, they're going to be rewarding people that have used the HyperEVM in a native way without farming, the platform in some strange way. So just by being a user, one of the top 2,000, 5,000, 10,000 users, it doesn't have a lot of users. However, it has a lot of whales and a lot of big people in it. And it has a lot of airdrops. These guys, every project you see here is going to be dropping a token within 2025. So there is a lot of value to be extracted out of all of these protocols. Kinetic is going to launch in October in about 10 days. They're going to be dropping 100 million airdrop, maybe 200 million, maybe 300 million in airdrop value. Pendle, okay, it's being used to farm all of these, airdrops. I don't expect it to drop anything. You got Hyperland, you got Morpho, Veda, Hyperbid, Felix, Hyperpurify, you got Project X. There are a lot of airdrops in HyperEVM. And the best ones I have captured in my airdrop Excel guide. And these are the ones that I like a lot. Currently, I'm farming Hybra and I'm also farming Ultra Solid. This allows me participation on HyperEVM. In the past, I have also farmed Upheaval. I will be getting about $40 of their token in 6 months with a boost. Whatever, let's not discuss that. But I also have farmed PRGs in the past 2 months. I'm also waiting from them a very nice airdrop, nothing huge though. And I have not farmed Felix and Hyperland that much, to be honest. But that's fine. If you're interested in a lend and borrow protocol, you can go with them. But Ultra Solid is one I like. They will be tokenizing inside October. They have already said it. And it's very easy to farm. What I really like is also it has very nice returns. So their total is 18 million and their volume is like 90 million a day. And you can see some very insane pairs here. Like they've got some stable coins that do tremendous returns. Some stable coin pools they got in here are giving like pretty insane returns. USDH, USDTO, they're doing insane volume. And they charge the least amount of money. Like they're a leading protocol on HyperLiquid EVM, especially on stablecoins, because they their fees cost so little. Their TVL is not big, but they have a lot of volume because they're routed through many protocols, so they're very powerful. Hybra, on the other hand, has some very nice pools with Unit, which is another airdrop that I'm looking at. And I'm doing the UETH K hype with 140% APR. Really love this pool, very good pool. And some impermanent loss though. And they've got a lot of other pools. They also make a lot of volume and they take out a lot of fees, decent TVL. I also like this, probably tokenizing also inside October. Like a lot of protocols in HyperEVM want to conduct their airdrop before November unlocks, where HyperLiquid ecosystem is going to have a massive unlock and nobody knows what will happen. I believe the unlocks in November will actually be airdropped to users of HyperEVM and HyperLiquid platform. And then a point campaign will start for 2 to 3 months and everybody will be back on HyperLiquid and farming like insane. So what we do here with HyperLiquid is we position early, both on perpetuals using based and signing up on the platform, but also HyperEVM with their spot dexes and dexes. My strategy is very simple. I'm getting these airdrops. Most of them are vested with bonus, so you lock in for more time and you get a bigger return. So I'm doing that, so it seems like I'm an actual holder of coins, native HyperEVM coins, which in my eyes could potentially give me more points in the future. And also, when all of these airdrops happen and all of these platforms, potentially HyperLiquid does their airdrop, all of these platforms will get a huge boost in TVL. A lot more funds will be placed on HyperEVM tokens, and this is going to boost all of their valuation. Like all of them that I have talked to you about now are very solid platforms on HyperEVM and they're here to stay. That means that we bet on the growth of the ecosystem, on the growth of the value. The more airdrops that happen from the HyperLiquid Foundation, the more buybacks and burns that happen, the more value that happens in these coins. So we're very early. Their spot dexes, which we are farming, have like less than 25 to 30 million in TVL. They have decent volume, okay? They got decent volume, but not huge enough. So we understand that we are very early here, and I don't want to be selling my tokens early on because I think the value and the usage out of all of this is going to be growing. That's my actual expectation. Of course, some will shrink, some will go up. There's going to be wars, there's going to be growths and dumps. Like, okay, Upheaval was not a great airdrop for us. It was not tremendous. But I still hold their token and I believe that in the future they're going to be improving due to their based collaboration, for example, due to having core liquidity on two pairs that other platforms don't have, which is PUP and their own token. There is a lot of value in that, even though it doesn't seem like that. Their leading token, HypeUSDTO, has low TVL, but it has quite a lot of good volume. HypeK Hype, pretty similar. So there's a lot of things to play about this, and it's not about selling early. Getting another $20 boost doesn't really matter to me. I'm playing the long game with HyperEVM, and I would highly expect that that's the good thing that you should do as well. Play the long game and play it early, because right now on this play, you are early. Like, I'm telling you, if you start pushing trades right now and using HyperEVM, you are early. And some people ask, okay, how can I bridge over to HyperLiquid and HyperEVM easily? You go to dBridge, which will also do a season 2 airdrop, and it's the leading bridge in my eyes right now. And you can select HyperEVM and HyperLiquid. HyperLiquid for perps, HyperEVM for the platforms I just shown you. And you bridge funds from Solana, Ethereum, Plasma, whatever chain you want. And you also get points for their own airdrop, which is pretty nice. Okay, so this is pretty much it. It's very simple to understand. Hopefully you found this video interesting and helpful, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.